just goes over the same thing, that for them to exist sequentially or independently, either way, it can't exist independent of your mental projections. It can't exist in a self-existent fashion. There's no dependently existent relationship inherently, which brings up some problems. In the very more subtler debates, Shakyamuni Buddha says that all phenomena are empty. That means all phenomena are dependently originated. That means that dependent origination is dependently originated. In one way, it's based on causes and conditions. It's based on your perceptions. In the highest way, those perceptions are based on causes, previous karmic causes. So that means sometimes dependent origination happens and sometimes it doesn't. Because the idea about dependent origination, causes come together, and then they, and then when they extinguish, that phenomenon's through. So if all phenomena are dependently originated, they're all empty. That means it's pervasive. There is not a phenomenon that is not empty or dependently originated. But that's not logical, because dependent origination says it's based on causes and conditions. And sometimes causes come together, and sometimes they don't. So that means there's some phenomenon in the universe that are not dependently originated. So there's some phenomena in the universe that are not empty, which contradicts Shakyamuni Buddha's and all the great pundits' teaching that everything is empty. It's something to just think about. There's no real answer for that one. Maybe in a deep state of meditation you can come out, but figure that one out. When you think you see emergence and decay, it is only bewilderment that sees emergence and decay. They often point to cataracts, hairs, and people who have eye disease that see hairs, people who see yellow, when they look down at their yogurt and they see yellow. Here, it's the cataract is this ignorance, this tendency to see things as self-existent. And here Master Nagarjuna is saying that it's only people who have this fundamental ignorance that see emergence and decay in an inherent manner. And then there's comments that they often call people who don't have a direct perception of emptiness children, or chiba, or sosokyewa in Tibetan. And they make some comments about shepherds. Just because a shepherd sees a sheep doesn't mean that he sees an ultimate nature of the sheep. Similarly, in a dream, just because we see a phenomenon, an emergence and decay, somebody who's born or dies, if you have a dream about somebody's dying, doesn't mean they died. It's totally plausible that a person who is dependently originated is having the mental episode of a dream which is a dependent origination, which is a mere appearance. Its ultimate nature, that dream's ultimate nature, is emptiness. Just because a shepherd knows his sheep and can count them and tell each by name and knows which one has a mole here or whatever, doesn't mean he knows sheep. He knows the conventional mere appearance of a sheep's. Doesn't mean that he knows the ultimate mode of appearance or ultimate nature of his sheep. It's the sheep's real nature. The shepherds are bewildered. There are many people that go about. There will come a time in the world, first, people will not even be able to understand Buddhist teachings. Then the scriptures will go. And then there won't be no people who can even get to meditations. First, there's nobody to understand it. But some will get realization, and then eventually the scriptures will go. There'll be like, the Shakyamuni Buddha actually foretold the destruction of Buddhism in this world. And there will come a day where everybody who listens to these teachings will say, hey, it's I mean, some scholars, some PhDs sound that way when they talk about Buddhism. There were these people, they lived a couple thousand years ago. These indigenous Indians had this very strange logical system, and they had this belief in the selflessness of phenomena, and but they won't understand any of it. They won't even get it. The impermanence of the Dharma, and the fact that everything's transitory, and they're talking about these people, the people with the kind of ignorance as they walk around, the shepherd who looks at his sheep, that he may know his sheep, but he doesn't know the sheep's real nature. Lord Buddha prophesies that there will come a day where people will see these texts, but they just won't get it. There'll be this fundamental ignorance. There'll be this fundamental mesmerization. They just won't get it. The Tathagata cannot be called empty, nor not empty, nor both, nor neither. In the sutras, Shakyamuni Buddha said that the Tathagata is a phenomena that never arises, and all other phenomena are similar to the Sugata. Tathagata, Sugata, Buddha, Gautama, these are all synonyms with Lord Buddha, a Buddha. At the stage of no analysis, a Buddha exists. In what way? Self-existently. A person who is not a meditator goes and prays down before Buddha. That Buddha exists independent of my mental perceptions. To a person of slight analysis, that Buddha is empty. To a state of thorough analysis, shine, deep meditation, who has had a direct perception of emptiness, that Buddha is beyond conceptualization, beyond existence and non-existence. If a person were wanting to teach people permanent, impermanent, and so forth, the four, where are they in this piece? Finite, infinite, and so forth. The four, where are they in this piece? Peace here, nirvana, the true nature of enlightenment. Peace here refers to natural nirvana. What is natural nirvana? The direct perception of emptiness. The fact that all things are empty, and in that way they're peace. They're equal. They're pure. Depending on what kind of student a teacher is dealing with, he will teach the Buddha or Tathagata in different ways. And you see it. Shakyamuni Buddha taught about what it's like being a Buddha to different disciples who had different propensities.